Hey there, welcome to artwithkorb.com. What we're going to do today is we're going to take the idea of a thumbnail drawing and we're going to simplify it down so it becomes abstract. So hopefully you've got some sort of still life or landscape or something like this that you want to simplify down into that abstract drawing. And we'll take you step by step through. What I've got here is my thumbnail drawing, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to look at my thumbnail drawing and I'm going to redraw it, and I'm going to simplify what I've already got as some pretty simple shapes. So once again, drawing out my format box, and if you haven't seen this before, this is a format box, and it means that I don't have to fill the whole space of my piece of paper. I'm just coming up with ideas. This is all about ideas. So I have a tree over here, and I've got some horizon lines happening over here, layers and layers and layers of land as they move back in space. One of the things that I do know is I have a cul-de-sac. This is a cul-de-sac circle, a little bit of island in the middle of my space, and so I'm going to incorporate that into my initial drawing. And again, I'm not working at making it exact because now I'm thinking about this as a composition. I'm not worried about it being realistic or representational of a space specifically. I know that over here, somewhere over here, I have a road that comes in, so I'm going to put a horizontal line in, and I'm going to play around with the idea of it becoming this close line right up against this ellipse or oval that I have happening here. So it's a big thick line and it becomes a thinner line here. Now I look at this line that becomes kind of horizontal here, and then it comes up to more of a curved line. So once again, I'm going to start here and I'm going to simplify this by bringing that line up. Now I'm going to skip this for a moment. I've got a higher line here. It's really a set of hills that drapes down and comes up. Now I've got a line here that comes out of the top of this line. So rather than having anything over here, I'm going to repeat this, and now this comes up and down. So now I'm starting to simplify these spaces. I'm starting to make them more generic. Well, not generic, but I'm starting to think about them as a composition. I look at where this line comes out of this space. So I'm going to have this line grow out of this space, flatten out. It's no longer necessarily the landscape that I was drawing from originally. This line is very skinny. I'm playing it nice and skinny, and as it's almost touching, but not quite touching, these lines. I've got a larger line happening up here, comes down and up, and then I've got another line that's happening up here and comes over here. What I am going to do is I do want to include this idea of what is a tree. But rather than have it be branches and branches and branches, I'm going to have it be something, a vertical line, that breaks up some of the space that I have over on this side. It's going to balance this large circle over on this side. So I'm going to draw this vertically. I'm going to be very particular about how I draw this. Ugh. And then it starts to branch out. And so I'm going to have it branch. Now if you notice, my branches end here. I'm going to have it continue all the way to the corner of my picture plane. I'm going to do the same thing on this side. I want it to have a thickness, so I'm going to bring this up. And rather than it curving here and stopping, I'm going to have it curve and curve and curve, and I think I'm going to have it join in there. Now what do I do with this space? I'm not sure. I think what I'll do is I will have, let's see, I'm going to bring a line here in, so this line will now join here. I'm just coming up with ideas, and then I'm going to have this go up. Now what do? I'm going to make this a very skinny line here, and I think I'm going to have it curve into this line, and then I'm going to have that go off. And I can erase what's happening on the inside like this, and I can erase what's happening here. And you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to actually bring this all the way down. So I've abstracted that sense of landscape into what is now an abstracted artwork, or at least sketch, based on the idea of shape. I could take this one more step. Whoa, I didn't even know that moved. I'll be curious to see how far back that goes. So this is how I'm going to do this. Thanks for joining me. Thanks for joining me here at artwithkorb.com. I hope that you're able to abstract your landscape or your still life or your portrait. In fact, what I would recommend doing is once you've got one abstraction done, I would say abstract that second one. Simplify it down even more. So now you've got 3 drawings, and maybe try a 4th one until you can come up with a very successful abstracted composition. Thanks for joining me.